This is Vanilla Games, my favorite Minecraft server. It's run on the vanilla Minecraft server software using tons of commands. It has a ton of games and I've had a blast playing them. However, there is one game mode that was my arch nemesis, Prison. In this game mode, you have to mine a large, scary monster of a block of stone and ores, and then sell them to gain money to rank up, just so that you can do it again. Have you seen that guy, Kryn, who makes those crazy automation scripts? Yeah, me too. And when I did, I thought to myself, hey, I'm a programmer too. I wonder if I can do this. So, instead of spending my time mining, I spent more time writing a script to do it for me. I downloaded Minescript, went through the docs to learn how it works, and went to work on what I thought would be a simple project I could do in a couple of days. Silly Greeny Bolt did not know what he was getting himself into. Poor Greeny Bolt. But through failure came improvement and eventual success, like silver refined in a furnace on the ground, purified 7 times. Alright, let's get into how I did this, and make sure to stick around because it led to some really funny interactions later in the video. My first plan was a simple spiral pattern. Walk 10 blocks, turn left, walk 10 blocks, turn left, walk 10 blocks, turn left, walk 9 blocks, turn left, walk 9 blocks, and so on. I wrote some code to walk a specific distance, but as you can tell by the fact that the program is literally called Old Mine 1, there were some problems and I ended up scrapping the whole idea. You see, every time I tell my player to move 10 blocks, it doesn't stop precisely at 10 blocks because of code lag, server lag, and Minecraft's 20 ticks per second limit. All of this is imprecise and leads to terrible accuracy, especially over time, which causes the bot to drift off course, get stuck, and mess up 100% of the time. This led me to use a starting reference point and walk the player relative to the initial start position, which is much more reliable over the long run. I also decided to use a simple layer-by-layer approach, a subtractive manufacturing process like a reverse 3D printer or a regular lathe. This worked well, but I now had to dig down to the next layer to continue mining. This seemed simple enough at first, just walk back to the initial position, dig down 1 block and restart, but this ended up being the most time-consuming part of the whole process. You see, the bot just kept getting stuck. You remember the montage? I needed a way to reliably get the bot lined up with the initial position before it digs down, so I came up with this little script to align the player with the middle of a position. It took quite a while to make this reliable, and I had to add a check in case someone else had already broken the block so that the bot would be guaranteed to not get stuck. But eventually I had it working. The next step was switching to the next pickaxe once one of them broke, so I added this small section to my walk to script, which also exits the loop once I reach the end of my stock of pickaxes. After I ran out of pickaxes, I needed to automatically sell resources and buy new pickaxes, so I put together a little buy script and programmed an end sequence. It's a big end sequence. Also, I ran into an issue that after every 10 or so minutes of running the Minebot, it would lag really bad and my TPS would drop down to like 9 or 10. I spent a couple of days trying to figure out what was going on, but eventually I found out that any keyboard input would make it renew my FPS and my bot would continue as normal. I spent a couple of days trying to figure out what was going on, but I eventually just used PyAuto GUI to simulate a keyboard press every few minutes as a band-aid fix. It did the trick, so I'm fine with the fix, although it was annoying to have to bring Minecraft to my front tab in order to use PyAuto GUI. If you know why this was happening, please let me know. Actually, wait, I think I just figured it out. The next phase was to enchant my pickaxes after I bought them, and this was very difficult to get working consistently. I used OpenCV to find the position to move the mouse, but I had an issue where OpenCV would detect an already enchanted pickaxe instead of a fresh one, try to enchant the already enchanted pickaxe, fail to do so, and break the script. So I just threw the enchanted pickaxes out so that they wouldn't be in my inventory, then picked them up after I finished enchanting them all. Sorry about the low footage quality. I filmed in slow-mo with my phone to debug errors.
It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. Come on. Come on. Come on. No!
So, now that everything was working, I stepped away from the keyboard for a 2-hour test. Here is my balance before the test, and this is my balance after the test, which results in a delta balance of $240,695, or a bit over $120,000 per hour. Not great, considering that AFK growing crops in your cell will get you that amount of money twice as fast. But I didn't do this for the prison money. I did it for the fun of making something cool, so be sure to subscribe if you like what I do. Also, you may be wondering how other players took to my Minebot. Well, they loved it. My layer by layer strategy would reveal layers of goodies and ores that they could grab. They ate like birds and stole the scraps off my table, but I didn't mind because I was highly amused by this development. I think one of the players was trying to rage bait me, but I just found it hilarious. Though maybe they just thought that the situation was pretty funny as well. I also want to show you this interaction, which was absolutely the best. Okay, so I'm testing out my restock program, and I'm walking along. Everything's normal. I'm wearing armor because I think it looks cool. But wait, did you see that? That flash right there is for Fockley. And she's a mod in training, which means she's also a prison guard.